So if you would have told me a year ago that we would be the owners of a full electric vehicle, uh, I would have said not a chance. But 2 days ago, we went out and purchased a new EV. And if I've, on my YouTube content, I've got a lot of content on uh, automotive jobs, servicing and modifications. I enjoy working on cars, and I enjoy horsepower. I mean, I've been a horsepower junkie my entire life. Uh, you know, from boats with V8 motors, and a big fan of V8s. The vehicle we got rid of to get this electric vehicle was a V8 Lexus GX 460, which loved the V8, loved the performance. Thought that was a great car, but it just became unpractical as my wife and I retired 3 years ago, and we used to tow. I used to tow some things with the Lexus. Had a little boat, had a cargo trailer, helped with the move from North Carolina to Virginia, and it just became impractical. It was my wife's daily driver. I drive the man van behind me, the 2015 Honda Odyssey. But yeah, it just she didn't. She called it ostentatious that she just didn't feel comfortable driving this big Lexus to her yoga and Pilates classes and meeting friends for coffee. So started looking. We had planned to do a trade at the first of the year, but so I had been researching electric vehicles, and the performance, I didn't realize the performance on these things. 375, 400, 425 horsepower in an EV, just astonishing numbers. And then torque and, doing 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. I mean, just, supercar performance. So that got my attention. And then pricing. So started looking at prices and compared to, they call them ICE, internal combustion engines. I'll refer to our normal car as an ICE engine, ICE car. So look, comparing to ICE cars, the prices were comparable. I always thought they were, the EVs were a lot more expensive, comparable to maybe even a little less expensive. So, researching Teslas and Toyotas and Hyundais, just some amazing technology. The infotainment systems, and especially the full self-driving that Tesla has was, as a senior citizen, I've been wearing glasses my entire life, and I really have a hard time seeing at night anymore. So the full self-driving was pretty amazing, pretty intriguing. So I kind of sniffed around Teslas for a little bit, priced them, was set up on the Tesla site. They were sending me, every time a Tesla got reduced, they were sending me a notification. But unfortunately, my wife pretty much nixed the Tesla. I'm about innovation. If there's a company that's innovative, and certainly Tesla is with the motor and the cooling system, and it's just world-class engineering. I worked in high-tech manufacturing and aircraft engine manufacturing and nuclear fuel manufacturing for 33 years, half my career in aircraft engine, half my career in nuclear fuel. So, I appreciate the technology and the engineering, but the Tesla was just a no-go on my wife's. This is going to be her daily driver, and she said, no way am I driving a Tesla. So that put Tesla out of the running. So then pretty much settled on the Toyota. I was looking at the Toyota BZs, and I always use Edmunds. Using it for years for pricing cars. So went on Edmunds, got a price for the BZs, the 300, the higher horsepower. I think it's 375 horsepower, higher horsepower model. Got some quotes back. Well, actually, didn't get some quotes back. So did the request through Edmunds. They sent requests for quotes out to 5 dealers. I've never done this through Edmunds before. And none of them came back with quotes. They're all coming back with, hey, you know, I got all of a sudden getting bombed with texts and emails. Hey, you know, this is so and so. Come to our place. We'll take care of you. And I responded to five different places, local Toyota places. Said, just send me a quote. And one came back with a quote, and it was $5,000 above what Edmunds said, you know, you should pay for this vehicle. So it really turned me off to Toyota. So I stumbled across, found out that Subaru sells the same vehicle as a Toyota, made in the same factory in Japan, same basic components, drivetrain, motor, you know, brakes, all the important stuff. I guess they have some minor differences in the badging and some of the outside trim, and a little bit, maybe some of the inside, the steering wheel's different on the Subaru. And I sent personally a request. I found 2 dealers, two dealers that had one, 3 dealers that had one. And I sent a request, hey, send me a quote. And one of the local dealers here, an hour away from me, came back, within 10 minutes with a quote that was, within, like $2,000 within what Edmunds said I should pay, which was $3,000 or $4,000 cheaper than the equivalent Toyota. So that got my attention. And they had 0% financing, which I'm a retired guy on a fixed income. So I'm a thrifty guy. So 0% financing for 72 months. I thought, what? I haven't seen that for 5 or 6 years. So we drove down 2 days ago to this dealer. I had a price in mind on trading my Lexus GX 460 plus the purchase price of the Subaru Trail Seeker. And it was not a walk in the park negotiations, but we were $4,000 apart to start with, and I was prepared to walk out because there was a place. One of the other things I noticed is these especially Toyota are owned by these big corporate conglomerates that you can't negotiate. I mean, even pre, you can't get them to send you a quote. So I found a Trail Seeker in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which I travel there. My mother's in an assisted living place there. So I got a price from them, and it wasn't one of these big conglomerates, and they said, hey, we'll beat anybody's price. I first thought, hey, these dealers will like to deal locally, but they don't. I mean, they have no problems selling a car anywhere in the country. So I found that out with this place in Pennsylvania. They said, "Wait, we'll match anybody's price. Internet sales, they don't care where you're at." So I had a price from them. I knew I could get a good deal there, and I had 2 places in North Carolina at my old location that I had dealt with before, and one had a Trail Seeker in transit, and the other one didn't have one, but they said they could probably get one. So I had 3 other options going into this deal. So I was prepared to walk out, but I went in with my number. We were $4,000 apart between the car and the trade, and I told them straight up. I said, "Listen, I'll be transparent with you. I have other quotes and pretty good prices that are, way better than what you're showing me here." So, 30 minutes later, the finance guy comes in, and a typical negotiation, but they were cool. They were very respectful, very nice, and so was I. We were $4,000 apart when we started. We got within, I think, $1,300, and so I did the deal. I said, for me to drive, out of state to get a car to save $1,300 isn't worth it. So we did the deal, and we have this beautiful 2026 Subaru Trail Seeker. And the performance is amazing. It's 375 horsepower. And I thought when I was expecting when I drove it to be jerky, more like a performance car. So I expected it to be a little squirrely on the gas. I got in it for the test drive and was just blown away with how smooth it was. I backed out of the parking spot, put my foot on the gas. I expected a little jerkiness. Smooth as silk. I mean, the gas pedal, the feel was. A lot of performance cars that I've driven in the past, I've had to take my shoes off to drive them to have some control over it. Smooth as silk. Got out on the road. I didn't mat it. I just, nice, smooth, easy push on the accelerator and just instant response from the car. Just blown away by the performance. This vehicle, a Subaru station wagon, performance-wise, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, quarter mile in 12.5 seconds. My motorcycle, performance motorcycle, does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, a second faster. And this is a 4-cylinder, muscle bike. This thing rips. And quarter mile is 11 seconds on this. So this is within a second and a half of this motorcycle. Again, just blown away. So I'll just do a quick. The other thing that I was impressed with was, I think when I priced the Teslas, you had to pay like 400 some bucks for the charger. This came with everything, charger, and this also has the Tesla charger. The hookup for the charger is the Tesla. It's the Tesla style. I don't know what they call it, North American something or another. So I can charge at Tesla stations. We haven't charged it yet. We brought it home, and my wife's taken it to the grocery store, and it still has 75% power. But it comes with the charging cables and adapters. So you don't pay extra for this. So this is the plug-in to your wall, and then the transformer, and this is a plug-in. This is for a 240 volt plug, and this is for the regular 110 volt. So the 110 takes a long time to charge, and I think the 240 50 amp I can charge it in 5 or 6 hours. And then you get adapters for the different, quick chargers. So I got an adapter for this type charger, and then this type charger. So again, I've never charged at a charging station, but I think I have everything here that I can charge at any charging station that's out there, which is pretty cool. All supplied with the vehicle. I am having a 50 amp. So with my garage, I'm going to have a 50 amp outlet put on the wall here. In 2 days, my electrician's coming, and it's not super expensive. I think it's $613 to have a 50 amp level 2 charger put on it. And then the inside of the vehicle, this is the base model, Trail Seeker, cheapest one. it was 40. So again, I'll never pay, more than $40,000 for a vehicle. So the sticker on this was like 41 something, and we got Subaru's offering $2,000 customer rebate, so we got that plus the dealer came down $1,500. So we got $3,500 off retail. So it was under, it's 38 something retail, which they had to be under 40,000, which with this vehicle I'm astonished. So the only difference is this square steering wheel. They call it Squircle. When I drove it, I had no problems with it, and my wife loves it. I mean, her dad taught her to drive it 2 and 10, and that's where she holds. So yeah, no problem with the steering wheel. I actually like it, and it comes with the roof rack standard. Yeah, just, and then all the technology, which they have a training person at Subaru. So my wife did the training. I was exhausted after negotiations. But yeah, it's you can, it's got an app. You can see the car. You can see what the charge is from your phone. You can see the doors are open. You can turn it on if you're in the store. You turn it on in summertime. Get the car cooled down. If it's the wintertime, you turn it on. From the grocery store and get it heated up, so you come out and everything's ready to go. Yeah, so I'm all in on the EVs. This so far, it's only been a few days, but I'm just blown away with the whole thing. And my wife loves it. I mean, granted, she's only driven it home from the dealer 50 or 60 miles. And then to the grocery store, and maybe around town. And yeah, she's fallen in love. Mary, my wife,
Yes.
my beautiful bride.
Yes, my wonderful husband.
How do you like your new Subaru Cross? What's it called? Cross Trail?
No, it's called a Trail Seeker.
Trail Seeker. How do you like your
Trail Seeker?
How do you like your new Subaru Trail Seeker?
So here is the fabulous Trail Seeker. My dog loves it because it's low enough that my dog can jump in. I really am pleasantly surprised by the car. Has a lot of pickup when I drive it. Inside, I feel like I'm in a much more luxurious car than what I had before, with a huge CarPlay screen. And my dog can jump up into it. Liam, let's go. Come here, Liam. Liam, come. Come on. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Can you sit? Liam, sit. Now, when we actually go somewhere, he'll be in the crate in the back, but he can jump into this car where the Lexus he couldn't. And
How do you like that square steering wheel, Squircle?
oh, this is fine. I kind of feel like I'm driving a race car, which I'm not, because for any police officers, I don't need to get a ticket. I love that you just put your phone right down here and it charges. There is no glove compartment, which is kind of weird, and you kind of feel like you're part of the Jetsons, but there is this console. We've only had this car for a day. We've only had a car for a day. But I do love it. It's very sleek. It's beautiful. It goes much faster than I thought it would. It is more pleasant to drive than the Lexus GX 460, which I did not expect.
And one of the things I love is no sunroof. I do not like sunroofs, and to find a vehicle now without a sunroof is hard.
And then I'm going to jump out and we can look at the back. I also like the back for groceries, etc. So I like that I can just push this button and it opens up. I don't have to yank this big door to the side, which is what I had to do before. There's plenty of space here for gym bag, etc. And you could even put the seats down and have more space. And then I like this feature over here. You push this little button and then it just goes down. I used to get in trouble with my husband a lot, like, 'cause he would say I was slamming the door down.
On my van.
Yes. So I give this a big thumbs up.
All right, let you close it out.
All right, I give this a big thumbs up. The price is right. Peace out.